The sun is a powerful force that shapes life on Earth. Its energy fuels plants, drives weather, and keeps our planet warm. But the sun is also unpredictable. Solar storms, also known as geomagnetic storms, send waves of charged particles toward Earth. These storms can disrupt satellites, power grids, and even human health. But what about animals? Could they be sensing something we don't? Scientists already know that solar activity affects Earth's magnetic field. Birds, bees, whales, and other species rely on this field for navigation. When a strong solar storm disrupts the magnetic field, animals might get confused. Some birds have been found miles off course after solar activity spikes. Bees have been observed staying in their hives longer during geomagnetic disturbances. Whales, which use magnetic cues for migration, have stranded themselves in record numbers following strong solar storms. But is this just coincidence, or is something bigger happening? NASA has spent decades studying the effects of space weather on technology. Satellites track solar flares and coronal mass ejections to predict their impact on Earth. But little research has been done on how these events affect living creatures. Should NASA start tracking how animals respond to solar storms? Some researchers believe the answer is yes. Animals may be early warning systems for geomagnetic disruptions. If their behavior changes before or during a solar storm, it could provide valuable data. NASA has used animals in space research before. During early space missions, fruit flies, mice, and even monkeys were sent into orbit. They helped scientists understand how space travel affects biology. But could animals also help us understand space weather? If birds change migration routes during solar storms, could they help predict disruptions? Could monitoring bees reveal changes in geomagnetic conditions? Some scientists suggest tagging animals with GPS and magnetic sensors. This could allow researchers to see if their movements shift during solar activity. Whales, for example, could be monitored for unusual migration patterns. Birds could be tracked to see if they avoid certain areas during geomagnetic disturbances. Even insects might reveal hidden connections between space weather and life on Earth. The idea that animals respond to space weather is not new. For centuries, sailors noticed birds acting strangely before storms. Some ancient civilizations believed animals could predict natural disasters. Now, modern technology could finally prove whether they respond to space storms too. NASA already tracks space weather with advanced satellites. But adding biological monitoring could provide an entirely new layer of understanding. Some researchers believe this could help humans as well. If animals react to geomagnetic shifts, could humans be affected too? Some studies suggest solar storms can influence human health. There are reports of increased heart attacks and strokes during geomagnetic disturbances. Some people claim to feel headaches or dizziness when solar activity spikes. Could animals be feeling similar effects? If NASA tracked animal behavior alongside space weather, new patterns might emerge. Scientists could compare data from animal movements, solar activity, and human health records. This could lead to breakthroughs in both biology and space science. But how would NASA conduct such a study? They could partner with wildlife researchers already tracking animals. Birdwatchers, marine biologists, and entomologists could provide valuable data. NASA's satellites could then compare these findings with solar storm measurements. Could this reveal an unseen link between Earth's creatures and the sun? The potential benefits are huge. If animals react to space weather, it could help in disaster prediction. If solar storms cause whale strandings, early warnings might prevent them. If birds avoid areas affected by geomagnetic shifts, airlines might adjust flight routes. Even power grid operators could use this data to predict storm-related blackouts. The possibilities extend beyond Earth. If animals respond to solar storms, could they detect conditions on other planets? Mars, for example, has no strong magnetic field to shield it from solar radiation. Would animals on Mars behave differently than they do on Earth? Could studying them teach us more about survival in extreme environments? NASA is already developing ways to monitor radiation in space habitats. But what if animal behavior offered clues about cosmic radiation exposure? Could this help future astronauts prepare for long-term space travel? Some researchers believe solar storms have played a role in evolution. When Earth's magnetic field weakens, more solar radiation reaches the surface. This could cause mutations in DNA, driving evolutionary changes. If animals react to these radiation spikes, could it explain historical shifts in migration or adaptation? Tracking these reactions could provide insight into how life adapts to cosmic forces. Some critics argue that NASA should focus on human space exploration. They say that tracking animal behavior is better suited for biologists. But understanding how space weather affects life could be just as important as exploring new planets. Space weather doesn't just impact astronauts. It affects Earth in ways we are only beginning to understand. NASA's mission includes studying Earth's atmosphere, climate, and space environment. Adding biological research could fit perfectly into its existing programs. If animals are sensing something humans can't, it would be a major discovery. It could change how we see our relationship with the sun. It could show that life on Earth is more connected to space than we ever imagined. NASA's technology is advanced enough to track even the smallest changes in space weather. Why not apply that same precision to tracking animal responses? A new field of astrobiology on Earth could emerge from such studies. Scientists might uncover ways to protect wildlife from the effects of space weather. They might even discover that some species have adapted to geomagnetic changes over millions of years. There is so much we still don't know. Could animals be the missing link between space weather and life on Earth? Could they help us predict the next big solar storm before it happens? If NASA began tracking animal responses, what might we discover? Could it change the way we understand space, biology, and our own future? The answer might already be out there, waiting for us to look in the right place. Perhaps the next big breakthrough in space science won't come from a satellite. Perhaps it will come from the behavior of birds, whales, bees, and creatures that have been sensing the sun's power all along. NASA has the tools to find out. The only question is, will they start looking?